Hi guys, this is Pestily and welcome to another Escape from Tarkov video. Today we have patch 0.16.6.0, which is on their roadmap of patches that are to come out. So I'll go through everything that's in the patch. Servers are down at the moment. Hopefully by the time you watch this video, the servers will be back up. So without further ado, let's crack straight into it. So as I said before, this is part of their roadmap of patches to come out. It was meant to come out in May. I know during the Tarkov TV, Nikita said it would probably come out at the end of the month, which is, still April, but it's the May patch. The servers have gone down now, down for 6 hours. And then obviously every month, pretty much from now till potentially release, we should get continual patches. So obviously they'll skip May because this is the May patch, and then June, July, August, and then sometime after August will be a release. It is we're under the impression that there will be no wipe at all of Escape from Tarkov until release. So for people have been asking, it looks like it's still like 1, 2, 3, 4 to 5, 6 months away. I would say earliest we're looking at is probably October. They'll probably want to do a big hype month or two before the actual wipe with pre-wipe events and all that kind of stuff, as it's going to be in celebration of the actual release of 1.0. So I'd say no earlier than obviously September, but probably could even be as late as October, November, or their traditional December wipes. Now, as for patch 16.6.0, there is mostly quality life stuff, some changes to the AI and actual the game itself, and then obviously fixes. All right, so for the changes, optimize the performance in various areas of Lighthouse. I hopefully would say the water treatment plant, but overall the map actually doesn't run too horrific compared to streets, but hopefully any improvement's a good improvement. Return some of the previous deleted location detailing on customs. Customs after the most recent wipe, 16.0, it ran really horrific. All the maps did, but customs ran even worse after all their additions and changes, and they removed some stuff to help improve the performance, replacing it or putting it back. So hopefully the performance is still back at the better standard that it is right now. Quality of life, added the ability to purchase all required items when selecting a crafting recipe in the hideout. So I assume this is this quick buy from the flea market at the cheapest price. Added the highlighting of expiring items on the insurance screen. So this was in the actual Tarkov TV. So when you go to your insurance screen, if you know how sometimes it says, oh, you got 3 hours left till you lose some of your insurance, specific items will actually have their timer for how long's left on that item. So you go, oh, they're the ones that are like currently about to get expired. Added the automatic failed task restart after a raid. So this is for tasks like the guide, Tarkov Shooter Part 8, Psycho Sniper. So there's ones where you have to go do something, multiple raids in a row, or you might have to like get in a raid, kill some people, and then survive, and then hand it in, but you might forget to hand it in or something like that. They're the ones that will automatically restart if you do fail them. So previously, you might get 3 of your kills for Tarkov Shooter Part 8, but then you forget to go back into a raid, or let's say Psycho Sniper, it's 5 for Psycho Sniper, and then you die, and then you go back to do it again, and you forget to restart the quest. So same with the guide. It was really annoying and a lot of wasted time and wasted opportunities because of that. So it's going to automatically restart that. Change the UI interaction when transitioning between locations. Now you need to hold a hotkey for a few seconds to activate the transition. Now I was talking about holding hotkeys on Marathon, but this one is actually not that too bad. So if you go out the main office area of factory into that like little parking lot area and you go to extract, sometimes you see the transition pop up and you'll accidentally bump your F key and you'll have to transition instead of extract. So this will actually help prevent some of those accidental misclicks. Same with like going to path the lighthouse on shoreline. When you go to that extract, it's quite early for the whole transition. So sometimes you will hit your F key by accident in the chaos or whatever's going on, and then you'll have to transition. You won't be able to actually just extract the raid. The sound of completed or failed tasks will be dimmed if the player earns an achievement at the same time. So this is for a task like getting the Kappa container handed in, the collector, and you get the Kappa achievement. The actual achievement will make the primary noise and not the actual completing of the quest. So added some new posters to the hideout, added new crafting recipes to the water collector zone in the hideout. I believe they were going to make it that you could top up water or something like that in the water collector. You could get empty water bottles and fill them up and stuff like that. I don't know the exact of what's going to happen, but that was on the actual agenda of what was potentially able to happen in the water collector zone. Added a new task line for high level players, which allows to level various skills. Completing the task line will unlock an additional special weekly task. This actually sounds really cool. When you finally do get through the majority of the quest in the game, and you're, just trying to, find things to do, one thing people like to do is level their skills. It looks like they're going to have a quest line that will help you level some of the various skills. And then the weekly, if it is like I believe it's going to be, you'll have a weekly task that will give you a skill point towards a specific skill. So you might be able to reset it a few times to get the task that you want, but this will help you like level up a specific skill once you get towards that end game if you want to level it up. Now over to the AI. Now all bots will play the animation of reaching and pulling the pin when attempting to throw a grenade. So instead of it just coming yeet out of the middle of their chest, they'll actually do all the animations, and you'll actually have more time to prepare that a grenade is about to get thrown. Readjusted the aiming mechanics of AI and PMCs, raiders, rogues, and regular bots to reduce the frequency of headshots in the following situations. When firing first shots at long ranges over 100 meters, all bots except Zerachi. When firing while moving, immediately after leaving the sprint mode, when doing power slides when changing stance, this power slide leads to instant headshots all the time for regular bots in any condition. This ultimately meaning just they're going to make the bots aim a little bit worse on their first shots, which is how it kind of should be. If you stand out in the open, the first bullet that a scav shoots at you, or bot, whichever we want to call it, like a scav, a rogue, a raider, whatever, the first bullet generally shouldn't be a headshot. It should be like a miss or a limb. But like sometimes you'll hear the noise of the scav, you'll turn, and before you even have an opportunity, bam, in the head. I do believe that it does add to the immersion that you should always be afraid of scavs and all the bots within the game. But in saying that, it's really frustrating and anticlimactic. I mean, there was nothing really you could do. You walk around a corner and it goes, drop, and you used to get shot in the head. And it's just like, but hey, check your corners. That's what people are going to say anyway. At very close ranges, the AR accuracy remains the same. When firing at other body parts, the AR accuracy remains the same. Improving the mechanics of peaceful behavior of regular bots. Now they will patrol the areas required for tasks for longer and leave to roam only after some time. This change applies to the following tasks and their objective areas. Safe corridor and pest control on reserve. So safe corridor is the bunker underneath like the hermetic door. Pest control is one of the barracks rooms where you got to be on either if you're looking up towards the dome, the left, or the one closest to the dome. Those buildings, you have to get scav kills for pest control. Long road, obviously the big road in the middle of lighthouse. So provocation is getting kills around the Kiba store within interchange. No swiping on shoreline is the smuggler area. It's the newest addition to shoreline, down towards path to customs, road to customs, extract. Preemptive strike, I don't actually remember which one that is. Overpopulation on lighthouse, that's the chalets, getting the scav kills at the chalets. And rite of passage is to get the kills at old and new gas station on customs. So scavs are going to path there more often and also hang out there a little bit more often, so that way we can get these tasks done in a timely manner. All right, over to fixes. So the fix are double damage on bots in some certain cases. I believe this is probably to do with like the crit hit. So they'd shoot one bullet, so it'd be like a Mosin, hit you in the thorax and would count as 2 hits. Stuff like that. It was really, really, really painful when you died of that because we can't critical hit them, but they could critical hit us. So hopefully that's what the fix is. We don't know for sure, but I'm hoping it's that. Fix the logic of filling money stacks when receiving money for completed tasks or system messages. Fix several issues related to the sound portals not working properly on different locations. Sound muffling inside a room when the door is open. Fix the calculation of armor durability required for certain tasks. So it good. Needed you to hand over 2 items. Some broken, one not. Previously, you could hand over any for either, but it looks like they might have actually fixed that task now, potentially. Fix the cause of lab access cards not disappearing after entering the lab in PvE mode. Fix the client freeze after a raid when using MIP streaming in certain cases. I've never used MIP streaming and found it to be better, so maybe I need to give it a go, see if it actually works better. Fix the display of prestige and overall tab while in raid. Fix the cause of accelerated player footstep sound out of line of sight in certain cases. I'm hoping that is the footsteps where sometimes it sounds like you do a power slide When you do a duo, you just randomly hear like like Killer does his power slide. Sometimes it makes that noise. I'm hoping that's the fix there. Fix the missing sound of helmet and armor hits in third person while indoors. That's like a bink noise that you hear. Fix the cause of consumable items freezing when attempting to use them if the item was previously used by another player. Fix an error in the display of large amounts of money in task objectives, which resulted in the inability to transfer money for the task. Fix the display of potential wear when repairing if the player had changed the initial value of the repair points. Fix the player rubber banding when moving after looting in certain cases. Fix the incorrect display of task addition percentages in certain cases. Fix the incorrect display of items on the selling screen if the player switched to the selling screen before loading the trader's inventory. I wonder if this is the one where sometimes you like go to sell something and it just doesn't go to the sell screen. I hope that is, because it's actually really annoying. Like when you use the hotkey to sell, so control, and you like start clicking a heap of items and it's not on the sell screen. Fix some missing visual effects when using 2x and 4x resampling in graphics settings. Fix the cause of error 228 when trying to turn in ammo for a daily task when one round of the stack was in the weapon magazine. So at the moment, daily tasks for ammo hand-ins are broken because you can't actually find ammo found in raid. Yet there's daily tasks requesting you to hand over ammo found in raid. So, interesting. Hopefully they've addressed that too. Fix the incorrect UI operation when a player placed an item in the stash when the PMC dog tank selector was open. Fix the incorrect brightness of certain light sources on all locations. Fix the placement of the LSHZ2 DTM helmet flashlight slot. Fix the geometry in the certain areas of the lighthouse, the lab and shoreline, which could lead to incorrect PMC behavior, teleporting, clipping into textures, and uncontrolled movement. Fix the incorrect weight of the Wartech TV115 plate carrier. Fix the inability to ensure ammo packs. Fixed an issue where bots would spin in place while looting. I know that one. Fix an issue where the bot would not say a voice line before attacking PMCs when the bot was not clearly visible. So in the past, scavs always said a voice line before they initially engaged on you. Like every single time. This is like, I don't know how long ago, but it was a little while ago. If you walked around a corner and there was a scav, it would make a voice line before it engaged, no matter what. Even if it was like very soon after it fired, it would still be like twop chip or like up, you know, like it would say something. But it just, yeah. But hopefully this means they're going to start doing that again. Minor improvements to bot behavior and fix the missing third mannequin at the gear rack in certain cases. So that's pretty much that is the entirety of the patch in a nutshell. Generally speaking, they do throw in some stuff into patches as well. We still have not seen the RPG. They did tease some more stuff towards the RPG not too long ago, but they did, part of the trailer for patch 16 was the RPG, and they still haven't even put that in. No idea what's going on. But that is patch 16.6. Use Tarkov.community if you want to keep contributing towards helping getting more of these fixes and quality lifestyles added to the game before release. But yeah, I'll do these patch notes videos when they come out. I assume the next one will be a little while away. But hopefully this was informative for you. You guys understand a little bit more about what is in this patch. And at least you know that the patch exists. And that's all I've got. Make sure you like and comment for the YouTube algorithm. I stream on Twitch pretty much every day of the week at the moment. Taking a few days off to get some like life shit sorted. But come over to my Twitch stream. Come say g'day. Do appreciate it when you do. And subscribe, notification bell. And lastly, I'll see you next time.